Hi guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Um, I heard about 20-year-olds getting facelifts and I wanted to talk about it because I'm like, what the heck?
Well, this is day 4. Had surgery on Tuesday.
That's Emily. She's 28 and she's just had a facelift. A year or so on, she explains to me why she had the surgery.
I just wanted to be the best version of myself. I spent a lot of time in my 20s in the sun, in the Caribbean, because I was working remotely. And then I would party all day and not sleep very much. So that aged me quickly. So I kind of wanted to have what we call online as a glow up. I went to Turkey to do it. And I was petrified because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? My parents don't even know.
First of all, no judgment to her. She looks fantastic before and after the surgery. It's her body, her decision. And she appears to have undergone many cosmetic surgeries: a mid-facelift, a rhinoplasty, an upper blepharoplasty, an upper lip lift and lip enhancement, and a buccal fat removal. Whenever considering plastic surgery, you want to weigh the benefits versus the drawbacks. And the benefits have to be above the drawbacks to be worth it. And the biggest drawback is that you could die during the operation. So I'm not a fan of doing so many operations on somebody so young because there are so many other ways to look and feel better about yourself than going under the knife. And
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Yoon. Like I know him. I was just so confused because she was such a cutie patootie before, and she was like, I was out in the sun, I was partying and doing these things, and I'm like, everybody does that in their 20s. Like, you do that. Like, that's what you do in your 20s because your body, your face, everything bounces back. For most people, I don't know. Like for me, you couldn't tell that I went to a lot of clubs in New York and did, you know, the substances and stuff like that. You can tell like I'm older and I like a good meal. Yeah, people do that. She's like, I was out in the sun. I was like, girl, my family's from the Caribbean. We're always out in the sun. What are you even talking about? Like, but you know, no judgment to her. I mean, I guess this whole video is kind of a judgment, kind of a read, but you know, if you got the money, you want to spend it that way. Hey, it's, you know, it's your money. But the thing about facelifts, my understanding is every 10 years it starts to droop and you gotta reinforce it. You gotta redo it. I think it was Kathy Griffin who I learned that from. Thank you, Kathy Griffin. You're amazing. Go watch her show. She's got a show on YouTube. And she mentioned that she got her first facelift when she was 30 something. I think it was like 35, I want to say. I could double check that. I won't. But she was in her 30s. And because and she, gosh, I gotta find that interview. She kind of said that she regretted getting it so young. And I wonder if this young lady, I mean, she's beautiful, money well spent, you know. I wonder if this young lady realizes that she's gonna have to keep doing another and another and another and another throughout the years. Apparently she's not the only one. Now everybody was doing all the injectables, the Botox, the Juvederms, the fillers, but now that's out and facelifts are in, and also fat transfers are in. So no one's doing, I can't keep up. I just have this face. I can't keep up. But yeah, facelifts are in now. And I can't imagine it being practical because you have to recover for that. Any kind of like surgery, you have to recover. And my understanding is a lot of those surgeries, those cosmetic surgeries, take a long time to recover from. I don't know. Yeah.
Preventative facelifts are in and fillers are out, and I'm a cosmetic dermatologist seeing this all over social, but let's get into it. If you're in your 20s or your 30s, you do not need a preventative facelift. That is asinine. And the fear surrounding fillers that is being spread by plastic surgeons online is also asinine, especially when you go on their websites and you see that they offer those fillers that they are poo-pooing online. The reality is the public has gone overboard with fillers because of, and I blame, quite frankly, the greedy drug companies. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but the fact of the matter is drug reps make a commission when they sell filler. So they are selling it to anybody with 2 arms, 2 eyes, maybe a brain, boobs, or a dick that are willing to inject your face. What does that mean for you? You are at the mercy of God knows who, and that is why you have to find yourself somebody that you trust, somebody who is certified, somebody who is ethical, somebody that you can grow with. You buy your shoes on sale, not your face. And before you come at me and say we should just accept how we age gracefully, you do you. Most people don't want that. Real goal is that you find yourself your aging coach. I'm gonna have those open discussions with you as to when you're ready to get a facelift. Because a facelift is part of the game, but it is not the only answer, and neither are fillers.
Surgery, cosmetic surgery, shouldn't be the last it should be the last resort. You should, a tummy tuck and lipo and all those things, that happens after you've gotten to your goal weight. You've worked out, you've really taken care of your skin and your physical appearance, because if you're going to end up gaining the weight back, what's the point of some of these surgeries, right? And I remember my best friend and my aunt both got breast reductions, and they had to lose a significant amount of weight before they got the reduction. Because I want a breast reduction myself, so I know that I have to get to a certain weight, my ideal weight, before I have this surgery. And like she said, I don't poo-poo anybody for getting fillers. I don't poo-poo anybody for getting surgery. I'm putting it out there. I just think that there is a threshold of when you should get these surgeries. I don't know, when I was in my 20s, I had a good time. I wasn't even worrying about my skin. I wasn't worrying. I've had a skin regimen since I was 12, because my mom is a glamour girl. God rest her soul, but she was much a glamour girl. She loves her lotions. She loved her lotions and potions. But did I follow it faithfully since I was 12? No, especially not in my 20s. I went out, I had drinks, I kikied, I had a good time. And for me to see these young girls really stressing about how they look, I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe you guys can tell me. I'm it's painful. Recovery is really long. You won't see your results until after a year. That would upset me. I'd be like you're puffy the whole time, and then just the I don't know what the word is, but just the disassociation, I guess, of your face changing, that would mess with me too. Looking in the mirror and seeing your face one way and it slowly changes into something else, because over that we hear that your face is adjusting and depuffing and everything. You are physically changing. I don't know, that would make me feel a little weird.
In all honesty, do you have any regrets in having this procedure? Yeah, I do. And it's not that I regret doing it, because I really don't. I regret how much I underestimated the whole process. I'm completely honest, I did not realise how long it takes to heal from this kind of procedure, and I know that sounds kind of stupid, but there's nothing on the internet like this. This is the whole reason why I'm making these videos, to show the real, raw process. Like I said previous, everyone just shows the perfect before and after, not this ugly arse middle ground. I didn't think the swelling was going to last this long. My under eyes are still puffy as hell, and you can't really see it now, but I do have these drag marks which look like a plastic mask on my face. To be honest, I normally am quite mentally strong within myself, but when you're waking up every day and your face is changing, you don't recognise yourself, it really can have a toll on you, and I just didn't encounter for that. Not gonna lie, it is a lot for me.
What's wild is she said the exact same thing I said. Point blank, period. Look, as someone who's going to be 49 this year, I'm going to be 50 next year. And obviously my face looks like this because I'm a chub. I got a fat face. I just want people to know, beauty standards come and go too. I feel like someone who grew up in the 90s, seeing everything come back is wild. What's wild is people being ultra skinny. That's wild. That coming back, it's always been there. It's always been there. But looking young, it's always been a thing. It's always been a thing. And I think that for me, yeah, there was a period where it was I want to look as fresh and as glamorous and as rejuvenated as possible, but also I don't have the money like that. If you have the money and you bottom line is, if you have the money, go to someone who is reputable, someone like Dr. Ying said earlier on in the video, or was it the other doctor, the female doctor, sorry. She said, you're building this relationship with this person, your dermatologist, your plastic surgeon. Go to somebody you trust, someone you know is reputable. There's plenty of people. I actually, as a kid, I remember one of my mom's friends, and this is back in the 80s. I remember one of my mom's friends went to the Dominican Republic, DR, and got a facelift. And it was pretty, it wasn't the best. She had like really bad scarring. Like, obviously you guys know that they pull back your face and you get a little scarring behind your ear, but it was like really bad. Like it was like down to here. And I remember my mom saying, look behind her ears. And I was like, for what? And I'm not the most, I have no self-awareness. I don't know what it is. I was just like, but it was wrong of my mom to tell me that too. That was shady of her. But she got like a really botchy plastic surgery because she didn't look any much different. And then she had these scars like coming, and it was like, ooh, like really take your time and think about it. I think that 20 is what, like, I mean, obviously there's teenagers out there. Hello, Kylie Jenner, allegedly. There's teenagers out there getting a surgery, and I get like rhinoplasty, you want to change your nose, but I feel like you should wait till you're late 20. I don't know, not even that. I would say wait till your 30s. I think people's self-image in their 20s is terrible. I think your 20s is just like, I don't even know what I would call that. A fever dream. Being a teen is hard, but then getting to 20s, it's really just a fever dream. I think you should wait till you're like in your 30s, maybe even mid 30s, to really be like, you know what, I want to do this. I want to get a nose job. I want to, but that's my advice. That's just my advice. A poor pavo who can't afford plastic surgery.
If I was in my 20s or 30s, I would do this every single day so that I don't go broke on cosmetic procedures. Number one, collagen is queen, is literally the scaffolding of your face. And it starts collapsing in your 20s, which is rude. So retinol is not an option, it is rent money. You can even toss some collagen peptides into your coffee for cherry on top. And I know I sound like a broken record, but sunscreen every single day. Sun protection is the cheapest and easiest thing you can do to prevent your skin from aging like milk. Now, this is something that's obvious to a dermatologist, but maybe not everybody else, but don't smoke, don't vape, and don't yo-yo weight. Vaping comes with a free gift, and that is literally permanent smoking lines. Old wise man once said that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of filler, Botox, and laser.
I loved her hat. I love that. Retinol, look, for me, while I was kikiing and having a good time, the one thing I remember doing was washing my face, washing my body, and moisturizer and a little sunscreen. And that was simply it. Like, I see young girls like who were like 20, like in, oh my gosh, sometimes I see these videos and I'm like, how old are you? Like, what is all this? What is all this shenanigans? You're in your 20s. It's the fever dream. You're supposed to have a good time. Like, what are you even doing? Like, you're telling me you spent months and months in recovery for your facelift? Like, you could have been out doing something. You should have been out there being, enjoying your life. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not judging anybody, but I'm, in a way, am judging somebody because what do you mean you're in your 20s getting a facelift? I'm sure you look fine. Like, you look fine. You didn't need to go through. And then there's the other thing of just, I feel like sometimes it's the money, honey. Like, it's like some of these plastic surgeons aren't like, you should go to therapy, figure out what it is that's bothering you. But of course they're not going to do that because they want the money. Like, go the extensive therapy. Like, I believe, and you guys can let me know if I'm wrong, I believe in certain countries, if you're transitioning, you have to seek therapy before you do any kind of operation to transition. You have to go to therapy. So I don't know, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you do have to go through therapy before you go to get plastic surgery, but I haven't heard that. You guys can correct me in the comments, but I think that extensive therapy prior to getting any cosmetic, like full-on cosmetic stuff, should be a priority. I think that's important. I even think that's important for fillers. I think people get a little like happy with that. And the fact that you can get fillers online, like, it's wild to me. It's wild. Like, people, I saw something else where I'm gonna have to come back and make a part 2 of this. I saw something else recently about a gentleman in England, Jordan, I believe his name was, who passed away, and he was doing a lot of illegal stuff and injectables, and he had like big puffy lips and stuff like that. And he was so, he was filler blindness. But anyway, yeah, I just, my message, my final hurrah is that enjoy your life. Enjoy go be a slut. I mean, whatever. But enjoy your life in your 20s. Like, it's just, you finally have freedom. Enjoy your life. Like, the last thing you need to worry about is your skin. I mean, like I said, if you have the money, cool, but I just like, I feel like it's a waste of money when you're in your 20s. I think that if you're gonna get a facelift, I really think that you should get a facelift in your 40s. Like, that's when you, like, you hit a certain thing and you're like, yes, I'm gonna get a facelift. Because I've noticed there's one celebrity, I think it's Donatella Versace. She's got a bunch of surgeries, and even like Joan Rivers, who I loved and adored, she had a lot of surgery. Like, it starts to be uncanny valley after a while. If you start really young, it's very uncanny valley because it's just an addiction, right? Like, I have tattoos and I have like 12 now because it's just an addiction. And yeah, and that's a body modification. So who am I to judge anybody who wants to do body modifications? But I just think that it's just a waste of money if you're young and you're cute and you're just like, your 20s is for you to party. Like, oh God. And I saw like a really young, I think she was like 13. She was doing like skin stuff and she had like long nails. Like, girl, you go play with your Barbies. Like, I don't, like, I mean, she wasn't that young, but it's like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Like enjoy your life. And then like in your late 30s and 40s, and like that dermatologist was right. Like, don't smoke. Vaping also is included in that. Yo-yo dieting, which is hard because the way society frames things, people are just not eating. Like, there's no, you know, if you're on Ozempic, you're not eating. But yeah, I say all that to say that I think there's a time and place for plastic surgery, and I think it's in your 40s. Yeah, I'm sorry. And you can disagree. Take it to the comments. And let me know. I think that, I don't know, like, I've seen a lot of horror stories about fillers. Like, whatever happened to just like getting a facial? What happened to that? What are we doing? And just like exercising, eating. What is going on? A facial and sunscreen, just slap it on your face and get out the door. Like, golly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.